dịka magomago nke ndị Tribunal mere n'ụbọchị ha kpere ikpe Peter Obi, Atiku nakwazi Tinubu, ebe ha ji ntụ na aghụghọ were gbagwojuo onye ọbụla anya. Nke a mere na ala Naịjirịa kpọhụrụ ihu dịka ụwa ntọ. Oke nọzi n'ọhịa, ngwere nọzi n'ụzọ. Ndị kwe na ndị ekweghị were bụrụzie ihe nke ahịa n'azụ. Dịka ya nwawa ikpe mara eziokwu nke aka azụ dị na ya na-ada bugabuga. Otu ọmarịcha nwaanyị ada ndị Igbo ji eje mba a na-akpọ onye ọkammụta Chimamanda Adichie eburugo ya wa ikpe nke ndị Tribunal nke ha kpegburu ekpegbu n'ụzọ akwụ ya ọtọ, were buru ya ma buga ebe okwu na-agara ọnụ, ya bụ na CNN News, werezie gbaa akwụ n'ahịa. Chimamanda tiwara ya nwa bụ akụ oyibo nsugbe n'ihu CNN, nke mere na ikuku kuru ndị mba ụwa niile were hụ ike ọkụkọ. Ngwa kirizie nwada Chimamanda n'ihu onyonyo nke ndị CNN ka ikwete na ọ na-eme.
It's a sort of an election tribunal that upheld the elections, and I'm actually in the middle of reading the judgments, and it's stunning how shoddy it is. So the elections were manipulated in a way that was very shabby and shoddy, and I think that this judgment is equally shabby and shoddy. I hadn't expected it to be very thoughtful, but I'm shocked at how incredibly lacking in thought it is. What worries me about Nigeria, a country I love, is that whatever we do today is our way of setting a precedent for what happens in the future. And so that's why I think it's so important to talk about the things that are wrong, because we're creating a kind of foundation for whatever will happen in our future.
So, but with that in mind, then how do you, I mean, obviously the president himself of Nigeria has denied any rigging, but the State Department in the United States has backed up the February results, saying this competitive election represents a new period for Nigerian politics and democracy. You disagree, so what do you think is down the road for Nigerian democracy?
I don't know, honestly, but I should say that there's also a European Union report based on people who were actually on ground during the elections, which is very clear about how those elections were rigged and were fraudulent. I want to be hopeful about Nigeria's future, but it's difficult to be. Right now, I know that we don't have the final word because the Supreme Court has not spoken. But I don't know that many people are very hopeful about that. And so, but the thing that's interesting about Nigeria is the sense in which one never knows. I mean, we've had such an interesting history, and so you never know. I choose to remain cautiously thoughtful. The one thing I should say is that young people across the country have become galvanized. This election really made people sit up and pay attention. And I think in the long run, that's a good thing for the country.
And especially in Nigeria, such a massive powerhouse in Africa. So, Ngozi Adichie, thank you so much indeed for coming, Chimamanda.
Thank you.
N'otu aka ahụ, onye ọkammụta Soyinka amapụtago ọzọ were sị na ndị ọchịchị nke Labour Party niile maala nke ọma na Peter Obi dajiri ukwu na ntụnyeaka nke onyeisi ala Naịjirịa emere eme. Soyinka kwuru sị na Peter Obi na ndị Labour Party ji asị na-akwanye ụmụ Naịjirịa n'ike ka ha were kwete na ọ bụ Peter Obi bụ onye nke nwe mmeri. Ogbu onye akpa ntị were na-ekwu sị na ihe kpatara Soyinka jiri makapụta tụọ okpotokpa ashị nke kpadoro isi n'elu bụ maka na ada Igbo Chimamanda, onye ọkammụta ibe ya, pụtara ma kwupụta ebenebe nke ndị Tribunal gburu. Ya mere Soyinka jiri makapụtakwuo nke ya ka o were dịka ndị ọkammụta na ibe ha nọ n'ọgbọ, mana ihe dịzi iche bụ na Chimamanda kwuru nke ya ebe okwu na-agara ọnụ, ya bụ na CNN, mana Soyinka kwupụtara nke ya ebe a na-arụ agwụ omenala nke ndị ala be ha. ngwa kirizie ya ma hụ ka asị si atọ ya ụtọ n'ọnụ mgbe ọ na-ekwu ya.
These recent elections, it's unfortunate that because the two things happened. First of all, one party took over the labor movement, which is one of my favorite movements also. And then it became a regional party more than, whereas it was a marvelous breach into the established two camps. Peter Obi achieved something remarkable there, that he broke that mold. Yes, however, he did not win the election. In addition, my own organization has a monitoring unit. You know the one I'm talking about. And so I could say categorically that Peter Obi's party came third, not even second. And that the leadership knew it. But they wanted to do what we call in Yoruba, Bajue. That is, you know, you have force of arms. You also have force of lies. And it was gearing up towards violence. They were going to send, some of the hardliners were going to send crowds, young people into the streets to demonstrate. I'm always ready to be among such demonstrators, but only on the banner of truth, not of lies, not of deceit.
Otu onye nkụzi ụka nke alakụba ejirigo iwe na ọnụma were kpọtọọ Soyinka n'ala maka na onye ọbụla kpatara nkụ ahụhụ kpọrọ ngwere ọrịrị na mbalabe ya. Onye ọkammụta Soyinka etela onwe ya uri ma kpọtọọ onwe ya n'ala ugboro one n'ihi ajọ obu nke o nwere n'ebe Peter Obi na ndị na-eso ụzọ Peter Obi nọ. Ihe mere Soyinka ji akparị onwe ya n'ihi igwe mmadụ bụ maka na ọ naghị achọ iji ntị ya anụ ebe a kpọrọ aha Peter Obi maka na ọ na-eme ya isi mgbaka mgbe ọbụla ọ nụrụ Peter Obi.
My fraternal greetings to everyone. Today I want to talk about the incoherence upon incoherence of Wole Soyinka. Enough is enough. We've tolerated this man for a long time. It's a big shame to the literary community. Wole Soyinka, you are simply and squarely one of the intellectual idiots we have in this country. You are a man without principles, a thoroughbred and incurable hypocrite. That's what you are, and nothing less. No wonder it is argued that your so-called Nobel Prize you won in 1986 emanated from the boardroom of politics. And now it is true. Your attitude, your everything, your actions and inactions give credence to those assertions. Those names I mentioned are names that we can all go to invoke as a source of pride and for moral inspirations. They are men who have engraved their names on the marble of integrity. Unblemished men, men of integrity, men who are conscious of their good names, their global good names. But that is not you, Wole Soyinka. Your son served as a commissioner for health in Ogun State. He destroyed the health sector in that state, looted everything and left. He left the health sector in Ogun State in shambles. That is your own son. Which of the sons of your contemporaries has smeared their father's name in that way? Mention one. Today's government is 100 times worse than the GEJ's government. None of you came out to protest. You even wrote describing the wife of GEJ as a hippopotamus and the president himself, GEJ, as a king Nebuchadnezzar. But everything happened in this government, people like you never came out to protest.
Ejizi m ohere a were na-ajụ gị nwa onye na-ege m ntị, kedu ihe ị chere banyere okwu ndị a niile ị nụrụ taa? Depụta ya na comment section. Ọ gwụla ka ọ ha anyị n'ọnụ, echefukwana ibinyere anyị aka n'ebe edere subscribe o nweghị ego gị ga-apụ, kama ọ ga-abụ mgbe ọbụla iwepụtala ihe onyonyo ka ị soro na onye izizi ga-afụ ya. Gbakwa mbọ hụ na ị tụsara ozi a ka o rute nwanne gị ma onye ọbụla. Udo dịrị ụnụ.